Okay, hey buds. I know that it's late because I have a clock in front of me. I mean, that's crazy late. Whatever. It's 9:43, and you're gonna hear my husband also yelling in the background because he's playing video games because like that's totally his jam. And but I said like a week ago I would make the whipped cream, and I never did because it's just been crazy. I literally had like client calls all day today. I just finished my last client call like 15 minutes ago. But we're going to Disneyland tomorrow actually. And I want to bring heavy cream with me, but I don't want it to spill and I don't want it to go bad. And so I'm going to whip it up right now. And if you'd like to watch, you are welcome to. So first of all, you need an electric whisk. So this is actually an immersion blender. Like this is the piece. It came with both. So it came with like this piece. Hey Sarah. So it came. Hey Devorah. Devorah, you're so cool. And I really okay. My friend Devorah is watching right now, and I don't know if she did it yet, but she's gonna do stand-up comedy, and I think it's the coolest thing in the world. So I wish I was there to watch you. Anyways, okay. So I bought this immersion blender, right? But when I got it, it was like $30. Not expensive. You could totally get it. But when I got it, it also came with a whisk. That at the time, I was like, what the hell am I going to do with that? But I'll tell you what. Because like a whisk to me just sounds like things that you use like when you make hard things, which I don't make hard things. Hey, Ethel! But it's awesome for making whipped cream. So, well, I'm going to make it now. I'm actually not going to make it sweet. I'm just going to add a little vanilla. But this is literally all you do. And if you get bored, like, sorry, because literally you just stand here and whisk it. Like, that's all you do. And then you stop once it's a whipped cream. And then if you want it to become butter, you just keep going and going. So I'll show you. And I am going to add a little vanilla. But I'm not going to add any sugar to it because you can add that later. And when I have it, I don't want it sweetened. And when my kids have it, they do want it sweetened, so they can just add that in later. But here we go. So I have my cold, heavy cream. Unfortunately, it's not organic. I wish it was. But here we go. Here it is. I'm just pouring it in. I'm going to put like halfway full because more than that, I'm afraid it's going to like fly everywhere. And I'm going to put it on low first, and then when I see that it's not flying everywhere, I'm going to put it on high. And then you won't be able to hear me, so I'm not going to talk. It's going to just be loud. So here we go. Can you see? I'm covering the top to help it like not fly out. Hey, Etsy. Okay, here we go. On low, and now that it's not flying, I'm going to turn it on high. Woo! And you just stand here and do it. It takes like a couple, I don't know, let's see how long it takes. 9:46 right now, let's see. Nothing yet. Okay, we gotta keep going. And you just do this. I wish it was more exciting. You probably can't hear me anyways. Here we go. Don't give up. It's a lesson in perseverance. Should I check it? Okay, look, it's getting a little thicker. You don't have to keep stopping. I'm just stopping so like I can say something. But look, it's getting a little thicker. And keep going. I guess I don't have to put my hand on top. I'm just doing it. That's all I'm doing. Going around, you don't have to do that. I'm making whipped cream. Homemade whipped cream. It's so good. It's amazing. And you just whip it. Whip it good. I heard that song on the radio today. Getting there. You see it's getting thicker. It's almost there. The truth is, if you add some powdered sugar, it'll whip up faster. But I don't want the sugar. Ready. I can see it now. Woo! Look at that. I'm I'm so proud of myself. You just have to persevere. It's a lesson in life. Check it out. You see that? That beautiful whipped cream. So if you want it even thicker, you can keep going. But this to me is like perfect. And I'm actually going to like put it in like a Tupperware container. Oh, it's not my phone beeping, obviously, because I'm on my phone right now. I was like, hey, my phone's beeping, but it's not. It's my husband's phone. Anyways, so yeah, it's so good. I'll add a little vanilla now, and then, yeah, you can have some. I'll add a little vanilla now and just like stir it in for a second, because if you stir it in for too long, like if I would keep going now for another minute, let's see how long it took. Okay, we started at 9:46, now it's 9:49. So I'm going to say like 2 to 3 minutes, depending, because I don't know how long it's been that. If you just keep going, it turns into butter. Like it separates and you get the butter and then the water, and you can just pour out the water or pour off the water, because that's legitimate buttermilk. Like you know that people talk about it. So I like keep the buttermilk and I like put it in pancakes or whatever. But then the butter is just awesome fresh butter that you made. But the whipped cream, I don't know if this is really true, but I feel like when I make the whipped cream that the cream lasts longer. And any of you who keep Choli Yisrael know the pain of buying either milk or heavy cream, and it goes bad in like 10 seconds. So I bought this cream on Sunday, and it's Wednesday now, and it's not bad, but I think if I waited another day, it would be like on its way out. So I feel like actually when you whip it, for some reason, maybe it preserves it. I don't know why, but I've noticed that when I whip it, then once it's whipped, it lasts like a lot longer. So that's really cool. And also I want to bring it with me. We're going to Disneyland. And with my dad and my stepmom, which is really fun. And I want to bring it with me without having, it would for sure get like bad, just like the drive there for sure. But if I make it whipped and then I like put it in the cooler with a bunch of ice, I think it'll be fine. And then I can like have it in my coffee while I'm there, which is really exciting. As far as the health benefits, first of all, if you're able to get organic and grass-fed, then it's like phenomenal for you and like really rich in vitamin A and vitamin D and vitamin K, like all these amazing things. This one is not. This is just conventional. It's Choli Yisrael. It's like kind of all I can get. Every now and then, the truth is I am able to get it organic and grass-fed and even raw from La Brea Kosher Market. They get it in like once in a blue moon, so that's really cool. But this still has a lot of beneficial, good fats in it, which is great and really balances blood sugar. So when my kids are like wanting to have a bunch of treats and they're like on vacation and they're with their grandparents, like, and I want to say yes, I'm going to say yes, but I'm gonna be like, have some whipped cream with it. And that will really help maintain their blood sugar so that they will have the sugar, but they won't turn into like sugar monsters. And any of you with kids know what I'm talking about. When your kids have sugar and then they just like turn into little monsters afterwards. This really helps prevent that. And I know we're going to be out for a long time. This will also help keep my blood sugar stable if I just like add it to my coffee or whatever. So that's exciting. And yeah, it's healthy stuff. I'm not afraid of the fats in it. As long as you're a person who does well on dairy, this is like good stuff. So I'm going to go put this in the container. Then I'm going to whip up the rest of it and put that in a container with a little, like I mentioned, just vanilla. And honestly, like most of the time when you're having whipped cream, you're having it with other sweet stuff anyway. So I don't think you really need to sweeten it. But if you want to, or it makes you happy, or like you're trying to convince your kids to have this instead of like the store-bought crap, then you can like add either some, honestly, it works best if you do like powdered sugar, but that's really hard to find organic. And I really don't like to use like regular sugar because it's all genetically modified unless otherwise stated, which it's not otherwise stated. But you could also, honestly, you could use like a little maple syrup. You could use a little honey. It just will take a little longer to whip up because, it's just like more liquid, you know? Anyways, want to see it again? See our awesome whipped cream that we made together. See that? You see the lighting? Looks great, right? I totally want to eat some right now, but I totally finished my food already. We'll see. Maybe I'll cave and do it. But there you go. There it is. Have I ever used monk fruit sugar? That's an awesome question, Etsy. Yes, I am I'm a fan of monk fruit. A lot of monk fruit sugar is advertised as monk fruit though, and if you check the ingredients, it's actually monk fruit mixed with erythritol, which is a sugar alcohol. That is actually not a disaster. Like I will have things with erythritol. It's like kind of in the same like family as like xylitol, which I'm also like kind of okay with. Like I'll buy, like my son really likes these yogurts that have xylitol in them, and that's okay with me. Versus like I would not get him ones with Splenda or like aspartame. Like no way, never. I shouldn't say never. Like maybe if like all his friends were or something, I would like, you know, the same way, like occasionally I'll let him have like a Slurpee, but I won't buy that. But first of all, if you can find monk fruit that's actually monk fruit and you check the ingredients and it's just monk fruit, that's actually really good stuff. I would say that's honestly like pretty close to like as good as stevia. Like it has a very, very mild insulin response, and it has like, I think, a way better taste than stevia. Stevia is like so like funky, weird, bitter aftertaste. And any of you who like stevia, like that's awesome for you. And it's very likely the stevia you're using is actually mixed with erythritol, which is why it's like way more palatable. But yeah, like erythritol, I'm not like super anti at all. It's not like a wholesome sweetener. It's not one that I like recommend to people generally speaking. It's not one that I like keep in my house and give to my kids. Like for the sweeteners in our house, usually it's like honey, maple syrup, coconut sugar, that kind of thing. But if a person has a lot of insulin sensitivities or insulin resistance, whether they are diabetic or pre-diabetic or not diabetic, but they just have insulin resistance, which could manifest in a lot of different ways, I would say that, like, you know, erythritol is okay to have on occasion, whereas, again, I would not say that about Splenda or aspartame. I would say, like, that crap causes cancer and tumors in mice, and no, they don't have any human studies on that because that would be unethical. But I definitely just don't recommend Splenda or aspartame. So if you want to do, like, a sugar substitute, yeah, I think monk fruit's great. Yeah, it's a super long answer to your question. So yes, I also find monk fruit is if people don't get feel addicted to it. Oh, I hit the screen. I don't know what happened. People don't get that like crazy addicted feeling. So anyways, I hope that is cool. I think it's really cool. You can also do that with coconut cream, by the way, which is also awesome. It takes a little longer. It's a little more annoying. And if you ever want to try this at home, do not do light cream. That will be a pain in the neck and take forever and may not even work at all. I use it for David. He's diabetic and prefers coconut sugar. Yeah, coconut sugar is also good. It's definitely better than other sugars, but it still will have an insulin response. If you want, we can talk more about that later. About like nutrition for like reversing diabetes, which is totally doable, and I've helped like a lot of clients do that. So that's just really encouraging, I think, for people to know. A lot of times people think like once they're diabetic, like that just kind of like sucks and it's just like managing with like insulin. But you can actually totally reverse it. But yeah, for a diabetic, the only kind of sweeteners that I would say to be used still with like at a minimum, or again, like I said, even people who are just sensitive to it, like I'm, thank God, not diabetic at all, but I definitely am sensitive to sweeteners, in a lot of different ways. And so I do better on, also like erythritol. Like I do better like not getting like a ton of sweeteners regardless, but I do better on like xylitol and erythritol in small amounts when I do have it. Even though it's not like quite as wholesome as generally is my general approach. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give that to my kids, but thank God they don't have any like insulin or blood sugar issues. So for them, I'd rather do the more wholesome things people have been eating for thousands of years in healthy amounts. It's still a sweetener. I still limit it. It's not like avocado that I'm like, yeah, let me shovel it in, you know, like with our salmon, you know, like I'll like let them even watch cartoons while they like shovel in the wild salmon. I'm just like happy to get it into them. So anyways, that's my own judgment call. Yeah, cool. We can talk after vacation. So good fats are amazing for insulin. Anyone's interested in that. If you're having any insulin issues or blood sugar issues, good fats really, really help to stabilize that. So another vote for the homemade whipped cream for that. So I hope this was helpful and interesting. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. Did I want to tell you anything else? I made really cool asparagus tonight. It is almost all done. The kids finished it. What a good problem to have, right? Okay, I'll tell you one more thing. That for the trip also, I'm bringing a salad dressing. It's kind of similar to the ginger miso one that we made, but it's a tahina based one. But it doesn't taste like tahina, it just tastes awesome. And it's tahina, miso, and apple cider vinegar, and it's so good. I don't have the exact measurements yet, which is why I haven't officially told you guys about it. I mean, I just told you, but I didn't make it for a video yet because I still am always oh, it needs more of this, it needs more of that, so I'm not really sure. But once I figure it out, yeah, it's so good. Honestly, when I eat it, I'm it's so good. It tastes not healthy. It tastes I don't know. It's just, I think it's probably the miso in it that just makes it people are are you sure this is healthy? There's something, it kind of tastes kind of similar to the magical deliciousness of a garbagey ranch or Caesar dressing. Not a high-end one, but one of those garbage ones that just tastes so good. It's it doesn't taste like that, but it tastes like that in the sense of there's just something about it that's super good. Anyway, so I'm gonna make that next. I'm gonna make that next with the blender. So we have it. You make it like a peanut butter on toast. I don't know what you mean by that. You just put peanut butter on toast? Or you make tahina with on toast? I don't get it. But anyways. So that's the deal with that. Tahina is also a really good fat, so it's also good for blood sugar, so another big win. I have, by the way, did you guys notice that miso and tahina, yeah, so you put that on toast. It's so good. They go together so well. I have this stupid brand of, I mean, I don't want to say it's stupid, but I don't normally buy this brand, but vanilla extract. I saw it at Costco the other day, the normal big one that they have. It was $40. I was what? It's actually really easy to make your own vanilla. Maybe we'll do that in here. I actually haven't done it, but I know it's really easy. We should do that. And you guys can send me checks for $40 as you make your own bottle instead of at the store. Just kidding. This is free. My live videos are free and for you to enjoy. So anyways, I hope that's helpful. I'm actually going to look into that. Maybe we'll make vanilla together and that'll be so helpful. And every time we use it, we'll be wow, this is so helpful. So I hope you all have an awesome night and enjoy making this. And you can see literally that's all it is, because I feel it's the kind of thing that people think oh no, making it at home would be so hard. It would be hard if you were just gonna do it yourself. Then forget it. But as long as you can just do it with the electric one, you're good to go. Should we look at it one more time and then call it? Look, so nice and thick. The truth is, I'm curious. I wonder if I freeze this, if it'll be awesome ice cream. But I haven't tried that yet. Anyways, okay, I love you guys. Have an awesome night. And I may or may not go live from Disneyland. Probably not. But maybe I got this a little electric griddle for our room. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, all right. Mwah, love you. Good night.